Good evening, good night, good morning, YouTubers. Thanks for watching me, joining me on my channel. Wherever you're watching me from this beautiful planet of ours. Mike Martins, broadcasting from Merritt, British Columbia. This was just sent to me a few minutes back. It is dated, it's dated from an hour and a half ago. So it's a new, fresh report coming in from China. So this article is Turn in Chinese Housing Market. Fresh reports of real estate rage signal turn in Chinese housing market. Okay, this is a blog that was linked to via investing in Chinese stocks. Now it's linked to the homeowner or homeownership or home buying. So let's see what they have to say. It's my man Tyler Durden. Let's give him some respect. Tyler Durden. Chinese homebuyers have demanded to return their housing in 2008. Okay, I'm going to reread that one. Chinese homebuyers have demanded to return their housing in 2008, 2011, and 2014. Wonder what that means. Each time the market price declined, but real estate rage first appeared in 2011, there was a report of real estate rage in Shanghai. The developer had slashed prices by 1/3, and home buyers who purchased days or weeks responded by smashing up the sales office. Wow. So a builder doesn't sell out, decides to lower the price on some of his product just to move the last 5 or 6 units, and they responded by smashing up the sales office. Whoa! Then someone says, in quotations, my house's value has dropped by as much as 1/3, and we have lost some 10,000 yuan. A homeowner surnamed Yang told Shanghai Daily. Real estate rage returned in early 2014. Angry homeowners in Hangzhou were upset for the same reasons as those in Shanghai. The developer slashed prices. They flooded the developer's office, but police were quickly on the scene. In 2018, 2011, 2014, there were 3 rounds of very obviously checkouts in the country. As long as the house prices fell, the pre-purchasers began to reduce their prices. Chongyigan Real Estate pointed out that the phenomena of price reduction it has appeared from time to time, with 2011 being the most typical. According to public information, since September 2011, Beijing, Shanghai, Nanjing, Ningbo, and other places have continued to reduce prices and defend their rights. The sales offices of various projects such as Vanke, Longhu, Hanxing have been destroyed. And some project owners have also physical conflict with security guards. In September, there were several reports of real estate rage across the country. Instead of smashing offices, homeowners are protesting outside, protect their rights, but the cause of their anger is the same. Developers slashing prices to move inventory. While this evidence is anecdotal, there have been many reports about developers moving inventory to recoup cash. More importantly, both the 2011 and 2014 real estate rage incidents were coincident indicators of housing market top. So I'm not sure what this says. There's a link to it. I think that's the original article. Here's the most widely covered incident in Hefei. A project in Tihai Group is being protested by homeowners who paid 19,000 yuan per square meter after the company began selling homes at the promotional price of 15,000 yuan per square meter. So I guess in China, if you jump in too early, it might be the wrong time to buy, right? I don't know too much about the Chinese real estate market, how it works. I really focus more on free markets, housing. So a lot of people tell me, Mike, you should talk more about what's happening in the Chinese markets. It's kind of tough because I don't know how their banking regulations work. I don't know how their lending requirements are. I don't know a lot of things, about the Chinese housing market, because a lot of it is, I guess, hidden from the public eye, I guess. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't even know how to lend in China. Like if I went there to lend, I wouldn't even know how to because I wouldn't know the first thing about their regulations, right? So, the latest happening. The lively event is to count the Hefei yard under the Telly Group. On September 20th, the news of the project discount sale was spread from the average price of 20,000 meters squared to 15,000 meters squared. The lowest it was 13,000 meters squared. The discount range was 25 to 35%. So you could see how people feel at the beginning if they bought in, right? FOMO. Heck, even if I bought for my family a place to live and it went down 30% a few months later to move the rest of the units, I'd be pretty choked too. After the news came out, owners collectively went to the sales office to defend their rights. This matter was also confirmed by the Tahi Group. When the price was raised, the owner did not pay the money to us, but the owner of the price reduction came to defend the rights. A person in charge of the Tally Group reported to the 21st Century Business Herald on September 25th. The person in charge said that the price cuts really existed. Just in the past Mid-Autumn Festival, the Hefei Yard chose to reduce the price of certain apartment by 4,000 yuan square, but then attracted the old owners to collectively defend their rights. Because of the difference in floor plan, orientation, and floor, the price of different units in Hefei Yard has a price difference. The average transaction price in the previous period is about 19,000. At present, only the individual units are used for promotion, which is reduced by 15,000. But the full subscription is required. So it's kind of like a different plan to buy in, or a different they're repackaging the units as different floor plans that didn't sell, that weren't popular. So there's somebody here in tears crying, and they got a flyer, I guess, to the similar scene in city of Hangzhou. Same scene there, people protesting. The project is located in Dijiangdong in industrial cluster of Hangzhou City. The second phase of pre-sale certificate was announced in September. The first phase owners found that some low-rise, large-size houses had large price difference with the same room number, up to 350,000 yuan. This project was previously purchased by Yao Hao. It was launched. Hold on. 2 batches of lottery houses. The first phase was in late August 36. So they're going into the lottery type sales that they get once in a while in condos when they have leftover units. And some lucky family could win a discount on a condo or something. On September 15, about 10 first-time owners went to the Future Coastal Sales Office to defend their rights and demand to make up the difference, send the parking space, or check out the whole amount. There are article points out that developers aren't willingly to slash prices. Developers are under financial stress and trying to recoup capital. Therefore, in fact, it is not the developer who wants to cut the price. It is completely forced by the situation. In order to recapture capital, price reduction promotion is a common means used by developers. So that's very important that people understand this, right? Because a lot of them just want to cover their nut and get out. You know, some people are in one time and they're gone, and sometimes it could be their first venture project and they want out, you know? As early as June of this year, the sales office of the K2 Shili Spring Breeze project in Tangzhou District, Beijing, was once surrounded by the owners who asked to return their houses. The reason was also that the price of the project was lowered. Oh, so people want a refund. I don't know how that works. You buy a house and say, well, I think I want my money back, right? How would that work? I mean, how would Joe Pesci do it in the movie Casino? I think I want my money back. Throughout the history of real estate development in China, the phenomena of owners defending their rights due to price cuts has occurred from time to time, and Most of them appear when the market goes down. The sales offices of large-scale housing companies such as Venek, Poly, Langhu, etc. have all encountered a siege. So, what happens when prices go down in China in the housing market? People siege the sales offices? Like, I is it, are people all already programmed in believing that prices need to keep going up? There's no question about it, right? Having learned from past 3 cycles, developers are using indirect price cuts to hopefully avoid targeting real estate rage. This year's market situation is considered similar to the above 3 years. Under the prolonged control, developers have increasingly demanding cash flow and collection rates, and price cuts have become a viable option. However, some real estate developers have recently reported to the 21st Century Business Herald that direct price cuts are usually the last choice for enterprises because many years of trading experience tells homebuyers direct price cuts usually lead to similar disputes. Wow. This is intense, guys. So let's see if better dwelling. Whether these markets will hold up or not longer, it's speculative question though, because the market has turned. So this is intense. They're just going over the bottom here in italics of how they're trying to treat this situation to prevent people from, I guess, defending their rights. And let's look up a fresh Google page. See what we get for Chinese housing market in news. 18 hours ago. Crisis awareness reflects housing market game changer. Let's see what's happening. Crisis awareness reflects housing market game changer. Oh, there's no, it's by the Global Times. There's no article below. That's it. All right. China's weakest housing market flash read in cautionary tale. So I guess people have to keep their mouths sealed there when bringing up housing discussion there. You only need to drive an hour out of Beijing and find an example of the Chinese property frenzy gone pear-shaped. This is the zone of some of the country's worst performing housing markets according to research from China Real Estate Information Corp. Holy crap. Oh man. So that's where they were. They peaked, dropped. This is where they were, peaked, drop. Ooh. Peaked, drop. Wow. That's incredible. The saga unfolded in familiar way. People punted on places set to benefit from government policies. Prices soared, officials squelched the boom, and latecomers to the party suffered. It's a dynamic that has played out in places such as the tropical island of Henan, and may be repeated anywhere investors get a whiff of big plans for city or region. Lately, investors have been flocking to Guangdong cities as benefiting from regional development. Holy. So look at this, man. This graph says it all right here. That's where they bought it. That's where it peaked at. Whoever bought in there is out. Whoever bought here is... I mean, whoever bought anywhere here. I mean, even if you bought, you're out. Look. You're underwater. Look at this one. Let me zoom this in, guys, so you can see this. Let's see if the graph goes on its own. Hold on. There it is. I want to show this to you. Look at that. Ah, where'd you go? I want to find this so you guys can see it better here. Look at that. Let me zoom it out again. Just a little bit. Right there. You buy here, kaboom, it goes up. People late to the party. Even if you bought right here. Let's say you bought. I'm going to buy right here. It's a great time to buy. You're sitting on it. Hey, man, I'm rich. And look at you today. You're 25 points below your buying. If you bought here, you bought here. If you bought here, you're really screwed. Actually, you're really screwed here because you bought and you went up and you went down. Well, this one you're really screwed because you bought and it just went down. Yeah, sorry about that. I'll take that one back. Holy, and there's the cities right here. Beijing, I can't read these. Langfang, Guan, Boading. Wow. That's too old. That's too old. That's too old. Not too much coming out of China. Yeah. This crisis awareness one does not want to open, guys. I'm trying to. It's just not opening on my browser. It's from today's date. Crisis awareness reflects housing market game changer in China. It won't open. Anyways, guys, I don't know too much about the Chinese housing market. I kind of follow more of the free markets, housing, how they're completely getting bought out, and like generations are bought out of the housing market now. Prices got so expensive. Now they're crashing, but I mean, I wish I knew more about China to understand its real estate functionality. I just don't, and I'm not gonna lie and make up stories. I don't. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below if you give us some insight or some graphs on what's happening in China. Let me know. Thanks for watching, guys.